A Florida father is going viral after showing just how costly a day trip to Disney World has become.
Before we even got into the park, it cost me $30 just for parking. And even being a Florida resident, tickets for a family of 5 with one child under 10 was still $974. The rest of the family decided they want to go to dinner at downtown Disney Springs. This place was my literal hell, totaling $245.27. The grand total for our day was $1,391.91.
That father, Craig Stoll, and his daughter, Kendall, join us this morning. Good morning to both of you.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having us.
Good morning. Well, thanks for coming on. I like the mini ears, Dad. All right, so you
Thanks.
posted
I couldn't get Kendall to wear them, so I chose to go for it.
They're very cute. All right, you posted this video. You have more than 8 million people who have watched it. Are you surprised, and why did you decide to do this?
I kind of had a feeling it would go viral. It's very relatable. It's family friendly. Disney's always a hot topic, and we're all trying to pinch pennies. So that video was probably my therapy as I was going through the day. The kids were smiling, sometimes fighting in between the lines. My wife was having a grand old time. Meanwhile, mine was just swipe the card over and over and over. And it started with the ticket purchase, and then it ran right into the parking, and then it just was like a cash cow for the rest of the day. So I kind of had an idea that people would be able to relate to it, just maybe not so much.
So Disney, this man went to Disney. He displayed his trip on how much he spent. He spent over, what did it say, $1,400, nearly $1,400 in one day. Disney is not worth the hype anymore to me. I'm not a big fan of going to Disney because it's too crowded. You pay a lot of money. I don't feel like you get the full experience. So for me, Disneyland is like, I don't have to go to Disneyland. It's not going to make or break me. I'm not upset if I do or don't go. But for a lot of people, a lot of families, especially in the times that we're in, Disney is too much for them. And a lot of people are starting to show that and start to show that in their posts and start to talk about it as far as it's not an enjoyable experience for the money that you pay. Look, if you pay $1,400, I believe you should have an awesome experience, but you're still waiting in lines. You're still getting food that's okay, cool. And you're getting merch that's very, very expensive. You know, the average person is not going to enjoy that trip. You know, and then if you get the front of the line pass, it's not really a front of the line pass. So it's like, what are we doing? You're spending a lot of money for things, but the experience for the money that you're paying is not there for Disney. I told my wife the next time I want to go to Disney is when I get the personal person that walks you guys around, gets your food. That's like $10,000. That's the type of experience that I would like to have if I go to Disneyland. But a lot of families are feeling this because they're saying, hey, we're paying all this money. And some families don't mind it, but it's the experience behind it. And I'm paying all this money, but I'm still waiting in these long lines. And it's long lines for everything. The food is a long line. I feel like you said when you go to Disney, you're doing more waiting in line than actually enjoying the rides, the food, the attractions. It's a lot of wait times. And I know here in Anaheim, we have one here in Anaheim. And if you go, you're going to be waiting in long line for a very long time. And it's not enjoyable. Even if you get the front of the line pass or wherever that little hopper thing is, it's not great. And we have California Adventure. So for you to be waiting all day at Disneyland, do you want to go hop over to California Adventure? You spend most of your time waiting. The tickets now are $209 to $224. That's in $209 in Orlando, $224 for the one-day pass in Anaheim, whereas 5 years ago they were about $100 to $150. 10 years ago they were under $99. So I think the more and more expensive it gets with Disney, but they're not giving you the experience for the reason of the cost that they're charging you. That's the difficult thing about going to Disney. That's the reason why a lot of families, kind of look at Disney and say, because it's not worth the money that you're paying. And I think a lot of people will gravitate towards that with me because you're spending, and then you're waiting. Get on the ride, 2 seconds, and that's it. So a lot of families are talking about this, and his dad is talking about this. It's like, yeah, you spend more time waiting in line, fighting, the kids are fighting. So where's the enjoyment from the happiest place on earth?
Yeah, Kendall, your daddy had to work so hard. I know he's a small business owner to send your whole family to Disney. Was it worth it?
Yeah, I would say it's worth it, but it was so
she's
packed
like,
just to be there for one day for all that money we spent.
Yeah, and Dad, you tried
He
to get the
said-
lightning passes so that you could get maybe to the front of the line for, what'd you say, 3 rides? But those were too expensive, so y'all opted out of doing that. So you had to wait in the long lines, too.
Trying to put a price tag in versus value. What's it worth? The lines were so long, so we're already 1,000 deep into the park. Now we're going to drop another 400 to get lightning passes. So if you, I don't want to say it this way, but if you do the average of cost per ride, it probably isn't really worth it. So we almost wanted to do the lightning passes, but multiply it times 5, that day would have been double the price.
And the lightning pass is a scam. The lightning pass does. The way the lightning pass works is you have to schedule. So when you're in the ride line, you have to schedule so you know where you're going to go. So you have to plan out your route. So how enjoyable is that? Where you can't just walk up and just scan your pass and get into the front of the line. You have to schedule it. So it just makes it more difficult. The lightning pass is supposed to be, I pull up, I got this pass, scan me, let me in. So you paying an extra, like you said, extra, $400 to $500 depending on the size of your family for a lightning pass, but you're spending more time waiting in line, trying to talk and plan. Somebody's not going to have an enjoyable experience. Even the kid was like, it was okay. So you're spending all this money, but you're not having a great experience. So I don't know what Disney needs to do. I think the first thing they should do is really fix that lightning pass. It should just be, you're at this ride, scan me, go. There's no reason why I should be planning where I'm going. I should be able to walk freely and just, hey, we want to go here. Cool. Scan my lightning pass. It's the front of the line pass. There's no reason why you should be scheduling and be like, okay, I'm going to schedule here. You're in line trying to schedule your next stop. So how can you enjoy the experience of being there already? So I definitely feel them. Like I'm not a big Disney fan. Like I've been, and it's cool, but especially to go in one day, that's a lot of stress. It's just a lot. I've done it for 5 days, and it was just like, where's worth the money for the hotel? The hotel subpar as well. So it's just kind of like Disney kind of needs to fix that, because you got hardworking families that want to go. You're charging them all this money, but the experience doesn't match the money that you're charging.
Yeah, I know. And when we do all these stories on people who can't afford their groceries and or gasoline, or at least that was under the last administration, it's gotten a little bit better. But when you hear those kinds of stories, it's sad that most families can't afford to do Disney.
Right. And that was a last minute decision. We're Florida residents.
Right.
We decided with some family in town that they wanted to go on vacation to Disney. So we went with them. So it wasn't even a planned trip. And unfortunately, I don't think those day trippers are what Disney wants. They want you to never leave the park. They want you there for 5 days, and they want you to drop 10 grand. So I think that one day trip, I'm actually being punished for it.
Yeah, that lightsaber we just saw your son holding was $44.99, and you said he couldn't have it. You had to tell your son, and you want to be able to say, look, this is a special trip. We're in Disney World. I want to get my children each a toy. But
I definitely think what they need to do is they give the locals some type of discount, but it needs to be a better discount. If the prices of tickets are $224 for a single day pass at Disneyland, it should be at least half. It should be $100. Especially for people that are local. If you're local, you have a California ID, or you have California license, or you have an Orlando license or Florida license, you should be getting better pricing. There's no way that you should still be paying the pricing to everybody else. It's like we're getting punished. Like you said, if I just want to go for a day, it shouldn't blow my pockets up. I should be able to get at least free parking and maybe half, but it's not like Disney's not making money. They made in 2025, they made $94.4 billion. So you can't tell me they're not making money. I just think they need to make it a little bit better. Or if you're going to charge that much money, match the experience to the money. That's what's the most important part. If you're going to charge me $1,500, I better walk out of there happy, had a great time. My kids had a great time. We didn't have to wait in lines. We were able to we used our lightning pass we got there. We wasn't stressed out planning. Maybe we got a little discounts on the food because we're residents. I feel like Disney needs to do a little something better especially for the locals, because we're the ones that are going to your place more often than people that are coming in from other places in the world. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That's always going to keep this thing rock, keep it going. I appreciate your support. Go get our Patreon coming soon. Then we got the No Filter Morning Show coming soon. Appreciate you guys, and I'm out.